Be me. 33F, loud feminist, HR manager. Tweets about empathy and safety. Always says men can't handle it. Then I get curious. Make a male dating profile. As an experiment, not revenge. Pick a normal name. Evan. Age 34. Same city. Photos are AI-generated .png. Bio is polite, stable job. No edgy jokes, no red flags. Set height to 5 feet 9 inches, because that's me in heels. Hit create, feel powerful. Then the silence hits. Swipe for an hour, 0 matches. Next day, still 0. Refresh like an addict. Ego.exe starts stuttering. My female account gets 30 likes. In the same 10 minutes. Okay, that's interesting. So I optimize like a man would. Better photos, better lighting. Add hobbies, hiking, cooking. Mention I like dogs. Still nothing for 2 days. Third day, 1 match. Her opener. How tall are you? I answer honestly. She unmatches instantly. No goodbye, no reason. Just gone.jpg. I stare at the screen and feel something new. It's not anger. It's this small shame. Like I failed a test. I post about it in my group chat. Friends laugh, say welcome. I say it was just research, but it already got under my skin. Week 2, I get 3 matches. 2 never reply. 1 replies at 2 a.m. You up? Need a ride? She wants a free pickup. I say I don't drive tonight. She says K and vanishes. My brain tries to justify it. Maybe she's tired. Maybe anxious. Then I remember how men get told to try harder. Next match is different. 41F, divorced, straight shooter. She actually asks questions. We chat for 2 days. She suggests dinner Saturday. I feel absurdly excited, like a teenager again. Saturday comes, I confirm. She replies, sure. I show up early. Sit at the table alone. 10 minutes, 20 minutes. No text, no call. Server asks if I'm waiting. I say yes, smile like an idiot. 40 minutes later, she posts a story with wine. Caption, Girls' Night, ghosted in realtime.mp4. I walk to my car, hands shaking on the wheel, and I get why men spiral. Not because women owe them, but because rejection stacks. And nobody sees the pile. Week 3, I finally get a date. 26F says she likes nerds. We meet at a quiet coffee shop. She is late but shows up. We talk. It's fine. Polite. Then she says the line, I'm just killing time. My boyfriend's gaming. She laughs like it's cute. I pay for my own drink. Leave without a speech. Walk home feeling hollow. That night I check my DMs. Message from her. You were sweet, but no spark. Then a follow-up. Can you cash app me anyway? Consequence.png. I start taking screenshots for the experiment log and for my sanity. Then the real twist. I match with a woman from work. Not my team. Different floor. She doesn't recognize Evan. She flirts hard. Calls him husband material. My stomach drops. Because I know her. She has a fiancé. I confirm on LinkedIn. Engagement photos everywhere. I feel like I'm holding a grenade. If I reveal this, I'm the villain. If I stay quiet, I'm complicit. Question. Do you tell the fiancé? I decide to test one thing. I ask her directly. Aren't you engaged? She replies. So? He doesn't have to know. Then she adds, men do it all the time. My blood turns cold. My feminist brain wants to scream, but my human brain just aches. She thinks it's normal. She thinks it's fair. Cheated men are collateral. I block her, take screenshots.pdf, and sit with the question, do I send them to her fiancé? Twist, I do. I email him from a burner. Subject, please read. Attach the screenshots. No threats, no insults. Just facts and dates. 2 days later, he replies. 1 sentence. Thank you. I needed this. I feel sick anyway, because I detonated a life. I tell myself accountability, but it still hurts. Week 4, the algorithm changes. I start getting matches. After I set height to 6'2". Same photos, same bio. Just 2 numbers different. My throat tightens. The system rewards inches. More than character. I log off for a day and stare at my real self. Shorter, older, quieter. And I feel compassion. For men I used to mock. Not the ones who hate women. Those guys can stay mad. But ordinary, lonely men who just want a hand and keep getting swatted away. I go back to feminist spaces, and I try to explain. The silence, the ranking, the constant small disrespect. Some women listen, some women laugh. One says, I'm doing propaganda. Question, is empathy propaganda now? I delete the male profile. But the feeling stays, like a bruise under the skin. I change one thing in my life. At work, I stop joking. When a guy says dating is rough, I ask questions instead. I tell him practical stuff. Photos, boundaries, self-respect. And I tell him, don't become bitter, but don't become a doormat. Months later, that guy thanks me. He met someone normal. Not perfect, but honest. He says my advice helped. Callback. The try harder line. I realize a gray truth. Women have real risks in dating. Men have real loneliness too. And the apps monetize both. Morale isn't pick a side. It's stop pretending it's easy. Still, one thing haunts me. Did I have the right to email that fiancé? It was honest, but I also did it because I was angry. And that part, I can't fully justify. End of experiment. Start of accountability. Week 1 details I didn't expect. My inbox fills with silence. No one says hi. No one asks my day. When I message first, most don't even read it. One reads it and replies. Okay, that's it. Just one letter. I start timing it. Women reply fastest when I compliment them. But when I ask a question, conversation dies. Like I failed an interview. Twist. I get my first insult. She says, mid, then blocks. No explanation. My female account gets compliments. For the same selfie angle. I feel stupidly jealous of my own face. So I test another variable. I write a longer bio. Mention I'm looking for marriage. Mention I'm debt-free. Mention I want kids someday. It doesn't help. It makes things worse. One match replies, LOL, desperate. Another says, men say that to trap women. I swallow my pride and keep swiping because I called it research and I refuse to quit early. Week 2, I buy premium to see who likes me. It says 0. Payment receipt.png. My brain does math. I paid to be ignored. This is what men mean when they say apps are a casino. Twist, the scam wave. I finally get a match. Beautiful profile. Model vibes. She replies instantly. Asks what I do for work, then asks where I bank, then sends a link. Verify your account here. Phishing.jpg. I report it. App says thanks. Nothing changes. Next day, another match. Same script, new face, half my attention. Isn't even a human. I tell my friends. They say I'm dramatic. So I show screenshots, and the chat goes quiet. Week 3, I try being honest. I message a normal profile. Hey, I'm Evan. I work in IT. Any good book recs? She replies. How much do you make? I think it's a joke. She sends a laughing emoji, then says, I'm serious, not wasting time. Question, is that fair to ask? I answer a range. She replies, too low. Good luck. And unmatches, like she swiped my paycheck, not my person. I start understanding why men stop being romantic. Romance gets punished. Twist, the test date. 28F says she's traditional. Agrees to dinner. Then texts an hour before. If you want me to come, send $40 for an Uber. I offer to reschedule. She says I'm cheap. Post my message screenshot. Blurred name, clear insult. Caption, men are broke. The shame is public, and I never consented. I screenshot it for my log. And I understand reputation fear. Week 4, I meet the 41F again. She finally apologizes, says her daughter had a scare, says she didn't know how to tell. It sounds real, but I can't prove it. We try again. Lunch this time. She shows up. We talk like adults, she says. Dating at my age is brutal. Then adds, at least you have time. Age gap hits me. 34 on paper. Still feels like a countdown. She says men want 25-year-olds. I say women want 6'2" men. We both laugh, then go quiet, because it's not funny anymore. Twist. The work fallout. 2 weeks after I email the fiancé, HR pings me in real life. Not as Evan, as myself. There's a complaint about me, from the same woman. She claims I harassed her online, says I made a fake profile, says I'm stalking her. My blood turns to ice. I am HR, and now I'm the accused. I have receipts, but using them feels gross, because it exposes the experiment. I meet with my director. I say I can disprove it, but I need confidentiality. They agree. We review messages. We review dates. We review the fiancé reply. My director goes pale. She asks, "Did you send this to him?" I say yes, she says. "You know that's risky." I nod. I might be the villain here, because I inserted myself into someone else's life. Question: was I wrong to intervene? The investigation ends fast. Screenshots show. She initiated everything, and she lied to HR. She gets a warning, and she glares at me, like I'm the cheater. Later she corners me, whispers, "You ruined my wedding," I whisper back. "You did that." She walks away shaking. I don't feel victorious. I feel tired. Fiancé emails again. Longer this time. Says he confronted her. Says she blamed a catfish. Says he believes me now, because she couldn't explain details. He says he's calling it off, and his family is furious. He thanks me again, and I feel that gray knot. Truth saved him. Truth also burned them. End weeks 5 and 6. I keep the profile running, out of stubbornness, and because I'm invested now, I get more matches. But the quality drops. Lots of one-word replies, lots of last-minute cancels, lots of send me gas money. Everyone seems exhausted, using each other as stress relief. I think about my feminism, how I talk about systems, and I realize dating apps are a system too. They reward shallow filters. They punish patience. They monetize loneliness. Twist. The final test. I switch to honest mode. Height back to 5 feet 9 inches. Bio shorter, calmer. 1 photo less. No provider language. I get almost no matches. But I get one. 52F, blunt, kind eyes. She messages first. "Hi, Evan. You seem normal." We talk like real people. She asks about my day. She tells me about her job. She doesn't ask salary. She doesn't ask height. We schedule coffee. She shows up on time. She says, "Men your age get treated badly." I'm startled. She just says it. No mockery, no lecture. She says her son struggled too. She says he became bitter, and she misses who he was. My throat tightens, because I see that arc, and I don't want it for anyone. We part politely. Nothing romantic, but something human. Callback. Stop pretending it's easy. I delete Evan that night, not to prove a point, but because I learned one. Empathy isn't agreement. It's accurate attention, and I wasn't paying it. The unresolved piece. I never tell my friends that I emailed the fiancé. I keep that to myself, because I don't know if I'd do it again. And that scares me. 2 days after deleting Evan, I can't stop thinking about it. So I do what I hate. I talk to my dad. He's 62, old school, quiet. We never talk feelings. I tell him the experiment. Expect him to dunk on me. He just sighs and says, "Welcome to being disposable." That word sticks. Disposable. He tells me about his 20s. Working overtime, ignored. How he met my mom. Only because a friend vouched. He says apps would have crushed him. I feel a strange respect. For a man I used to judge. Twist. I confess at work, in a training session. We discuss bias and empathy. I share a sanitized version. No names, no fiancé. Just the male profile results. The room splits instantly. Some women are shocked. Some men nod like it's obvious. One woman says, "Maybe those men should improve." A man replies, "Some of us did." Didn't matter. The air gets tense. But it's the good kind. People finally speaking truth. Question. Does self-improvement beat it? Afterward, a coworker pulls me aside. 55 minutes, divorced, kind. He says he quit dating apps because he felt invisible. He started volunteering instead. Met his girlfriend at a food bank. He smiles like a teenager. And I hate that I'm surprised. My bias exposed again. I go home and write a thread. Not a rant, a report. Women face risk. Men face loneliness. Both truths can coexist. It gets shared. Half are grateful. Half say I'm betraying the cause. I don't delete it because the point was honesty. One DM stands out. Young guy, 22, says he's angry all the time. Says he wants to hate women. But he doesn't want to be that man. I tell him, get offline sometimes. Build one real hobby group. Take rejection without making it you. He replies, thanks. No one said that. And I feel a small payoff, not victory. Consequence with meaning. The moral gray stays. Did my experiment help? Or feed the worst voices? I don't know. But I know what I'm changing. I'll keep my feminism and add humility to it. Because being right isn't the same as being fair. End. Last thing I learned. Being lonely isn't evil. Being bitter is a choice. Apps reward shallow filters. People copy what works, then call it standards. I still believe women need safety, boundaries, respect. I also believe men need basic dignity and honesty. No one wins a cold war between the sexes. So I stop dunking and start listening. That's the real update.